Welcome everyone back to my channel, USA Coin Collector and Investor. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of United Kingdom threepence coins and uncovering the hidden treasures that could be worth far more than their face value. The UK threepence is one of the most recognizable coins in British history, known for its unique designs, rich heritage, and surprising collector value. While many people consider these old coins ordinary pieces of pocket change, certain rare dates, varieties, and high-grade examples have become highly sought-after collectibles. In this video, we'll explore the top 3 most valuable and ultra-rare UK threepence coins ever discovered. We'll uncover their history, learn what makes them special, and reveal why collectors around the world are willing to pay extraordinary prices for the finest examples. Some of these coins may appear worn, dirty, or heavily circulated, while others feature unusual colors, striking details, or rare minting characteristics. What looks like an ordinary old coin could actually be a hidden treasure worth hundreds, thousands, or even more to the right collector. So before you put away that old coin collection, make sure you watch until the very end. You might discover that a forgotten threepence coin sitting in a drawer, coin jar, or family collection is worth far more than you ever imagined. Now let's begin our countdown. Coin number 1. The 1937 threepence. At first glance, this historic British coin may not seem particularly special, but certain examples, especially those preserved in exceptional condition, have become highly desirable among collectors. Its connection to an important period in British history and its growing scarcity have helped make it one of the most sought-after threepence coins in the series. Let's take a closer look at what makes this remarkable coin so valuable. Today we are talking about the legendary 1940 United Kingdom threepence coin, a coin that survived a world at war and traveled through one of the most challenging eras Britain had ever faced. Welcome back to the channel. If you love rare coins, valuable collectibles, hidden treasures, and fascinating pieces of history, stay with me until the end because this remarkable coin has a story that stretches far beyond its tiny size. To many people it looks ordinary. To collectors, it is a surviving witness to history. To treasure hunters, it is a piece of the past that continues to spark curiosity decades after it was first struck. The year 1940 was unlike any other. Across Europe, nations faced uncertainty, conflict, and dramatic change. Britain found itself at the center of historic events that would shape the future of the world. During this extraordinary period, millions of coins continued to circulate through shops, markets, factories, train stations, and homes. Among them was the humble threepence coin. Imagine holding a coin that may have passed through the hands of workers, soldiers, shopkeepers, and families living during one of the most important years of the 20th century. Every scratch, every mark, and every sign of wear may represent a small part of that journey. This is one of the reasons collectors are so fascinated by historic coins. They are not simply pieces of metal. They are surviving artifacts from another age. The 1943 pence became part of everyday British life. It helped people buy food, newspapers, household goods, and countless other necessities. At a time when the world was changing rapidly, this small coin quietly performed its role in daily commerce. Most people never imagined that decades later collectors would carefully study and preserve these pieces of history. One of the most fascinating aspects of old coin collecting is the search for survivors in exceptional condition. Most coins spend years circulating through countless hands. They become worn, damaged, scratched, and faded. Finding a coin that somehow escaped heavy circulation can be surprisingly difficult. That challenge keeps collectors searching year after year. Many collectors remember the excitement of discovering an old coin among ordinary change. The date catches their attention. The design seems different. Suddenly, an ordinary day becomes an unexpected treasure hunt. That feeling of discovery is one of the reasons coin collecting continues to attract people around the world. The design of the 1943 pence reflects a unique chapter in British coinage. The coin represents both tradition and continuity during a time of uncertainty. While governments changed policies and nations faced enormous challenges, coins remained familiar symbols of stability in everyday life. Every surviving example carries its own story. Some remained in circulation for decades. Others were carefully stored away in collections. A few may have been forgotten in attics, drawers, and boxes for generations. Each coin followed a different path through history, making every discovery feel special. Collectors often spend years learning how to evaluate coins properly. They study details that most people never notice. Tiny differences in condition, strike quality, and preservation can dramatically influence collector interest. What appears ordinary to one person may appear extraordinary to an experienced collector. The 1943 pence continues to capture attention because it connects collectors directly to history. Holding the coin creates a tangible connection to the past. It allows people to imagine the world as it existed more than 80 years ago. Few collectibles provide such a direct link between modern life and historical events. Stories circulate throughout the collecting community about remarkable discoveries hidden inside inherited collections, estate sales, flea markets, and antique shops. These stories inspire treasure hunters to keep searching. Every old box of coins contains possibility. Every collection contains mystery. Every forgotten coin could reveal an unexpected story. As decades passed, surviving examples became increasingly appreciated by collectors who recognized their historical importance. While many coins disappeared through loss, damage, or neglect, others survived and became cherished reminders of an earlier era. Today, the 1943 pence stands as more than just a coin. It is a symbol of endurance, history, and survival. It witnessed one of the most important periods in modern history and continues to tell its story through every surviving example. The next time you encounter an old British coin, take a closer look. Examine the date, study the design, imagine the journey it may have taken through history. You never know what stories may be hidden inside a small piece of metal. That is the true magic of coin collecting. It is not only about value, it is about discovery, history, mystery, and the excitement of holding something that has survived across generations. The 1943 pence remains one of those fascinating coins that continues to inspire collectors around the world. Before you spend or ignore an old coin, take a moment to appreciate its history. The greatest treasure is often not measured by price alone. Sometimes the greatest treasure is the story that the coin carries with it through time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy rare coin stories, British coin history, valuable collectibles, hidden treasures, and fascinating discoveries, subscribe and join us for more incredible journeys through the world of coin collecting. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than anyone ever imagined. The famous 1937 3-pence coin of the United Kingdom. At first glance, it may seem like a simple old coin. To collectors, however, it represents a fascinating chapter of British history and a connection to a changing nation. Welcome back to the channel. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, valuable collectibles, and incredible stories from the past, stay with me until the very end because this coin has a history that stretches across generations. While many people see only a small piece of metal, collectors see a surviving witness to history. The year 1937 was a remarkable year for Britain. It marked the beginning of a new chapter in British coinage. A new monarch appeared on circulating coins, creating excitement among collectors and ordinary citizens alike. Every coin produced during this period became part of an important transition in the history of the United Kingdom. The 1937 3-pence emerged during this historic moment and quickly became part of daily life across the country. Imagine Britain in 1937. Busy streets filled with shoppers, markets crowded with merchants, trains carrying passengers across the nation, and millions of people using coins every day to purchase food, newspapers, and household goods. Among those coins was the 3-pence, quietly performing its role in everyday commerce while unknowingly becoming a future collectible. Every surviving 1937 3-pence carries a unique story. Some spent decades in circulation, passing through countless hands. Others were carefully saved by collectors who recognized their historical significance. A few remained tucked away in albums and collections, protected from wear and damage. Today, each surviving example represents a direct connection to the world of the late 1930s. One of the reasons collectors find this coin so fascinating is its connection to a changing era. Coins often serve as miniature history books. They reflect political transitions, artistic styles, economic conditions, and national identity. The 1937 threepence captures all of these elements in a single small object. When collectors hold this coin, they are not simply holding metal. They are holding a piece of history. They imagine the people who may have carried it decades ago. They wonder where it traveled, what purchases it made, and what events unfolded while it circulated through towns and cities across Britain. As years passed, fewer and fewer examples remained in outstanding condition. Most entered circulation and accumulated wear. Scratches, dents, and signs of use became common. Coins preserved in exceptional condition became increasingly desirable because they survived decades while retaining much of their original appearance. This search for quality is one of the reasons coin collecting remains such an exciting hobby. Every old collection contains possibilities. Every forgotten coin jar offers mystery. Every inherited album may contain a surprise waiting to be discovered. The dream of finding a remarkable coin continues to inspire collectors around the world. The design of the 1937 threepence reflects the craftsmanship of British coinage during that period. It represents both tradition and national pride. Even after many decades, the coin continues to attract attention from collectors who appreciate its historical significance and classic appearance. Stories from the coin collecting world often begin with unexpected discoveries. Someone opens an old box. A family member passes down a collection. A forgotten envelope appears in an attic. Inside may be coins untouched for generations. These stories remind collectors that hidden treasures can still be found. The passage of time has transformed the 1937 threepence from an everyday coin into a collectible historical artifact. What was once ordinary became increasingly interesting as the decades passed. Today it serves as a reminder of a different era and a different world. Many collectors enjoy studying the details of historic coins. They examine the strike quality, preservation, and overall appearance. Small differences can make a coin more appealing to specialists who appreciate the artistry and history behind each piece. The true value of the 1937 threepence extends beyond money. Its greatest value lies in the history it preserves. It connects modern collectors with people who lived nearly a century ago. It allows us to hold a small piece of the past and imagine the world as it once was. That connection to history is what makes coin collecting so rewarding. Every coin tells a story. Some stories involve kings and queens, others involve economic change, national identity, and daily life. The 1937 threepence tells all of these stories at once. Today, collectors continue searching for outstanding examples of this historic coin. Whether found in an old collection, an antique shop, or a family heirloom, each discovery brings excitement and curiosity. The hunt continues because the possibility of finding something special never disappears. The next time you encounter an old British coin, take a closer look. Examine the date. Study the design. Think about the decades it has survived. Consider the countless hands that may have held it before you. Hidden within that small coin is a story waiting to be told. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy rare British coins, hidden treasures, valuable collectibles, coin collecting history, and fascinating discoveries from around the world, subscribe and join us for more incredible coin stories. Remember, every coin has a history, and sometimes that history is the greatest treasure of all.